Ladies and gentlemen, this hidey hole has been very useful to get started in, but it's not really where I want to settle. So let's take a journey to find a new home. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Soap the Great, and I am playing on the TooCrafty server. How's everyone doing? I hope you are doing well. Let's see, let me just tell you what I'm up to right now. I have loaded up all of my inventory that I had in there. I've been slowly but surely carrying it back to spawn, and right now is no different. Just a little bit extra, just to show you there. This is my last trip, and what I am doing is moving out of that little hidey hole. That's right. It is time to move on and find a more permanent base. So that is what we are going to be doing this episode. But before we head that way, I am going to head back to spawn here, take this last little bit of material back there, and while we're going, I can show you what it is I've been up to at spawn. So one of the reasons that we are moving out is because it really isn't where I want to be long term. It doesn't give me a lot of room for some of the projects that I have in mind. But the other thing, you see this road right here? The plan is for it to go that way, and that pretty much cuts right through that little hidey hole. It doesn't have to. There, the direction is kind of up to the individual builder, so we'll see how that goes. But I've got some plans for things I want to do, and man, that chicken farm, very effective, but very loud. Alright, so before we head in here, I just want to say, I didn't bring you on the tour. You can look at some of the other guys' channels. I will put links in the video right now, so you can see that on screen if you have annotations turned on. But you can check out their versions of the tour. But here is my little cubby hole at the spawn compound. So we're gonna pop in here and just take a look around. Alright, so when these blocks came out in the snapshots, I wanted to use them immediately, and I couldn't wait to get onto one of the snapshots and start using it. Finally I get to. So here we go. This is my little spawn cubby hole. Yep. So we've got the granite, the diorite, and the andesite back there, all the polished varieties, and a little bit of detail thrown in. But this is my spawn home, and I've got some storage area, and let me just show you what I've been up to at my other hidey hole. Well, this notwithstanding, that was a trip to the nether, but we've got some diamonds and lapis and redstone and all this good stuff here. And I've also been busy at one of the skeleton farms. You see I've got a looting 3 sword, a silk touch pick, and a fortune pick. So things have been going alright as far as that goes. Feather falling 4. Just, some decent stuff there. But that's enough here. We've got some stuff to do. I've got an area in mind I want to get to, and that requires a little bit of prep work. So let me get rid of all the rest of this stuff, and then I will get prepped for the journey and bring you back, and we'll get started, okay? See you in just a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Let me just show you some of the stuff we're going to be taking. Got some beds and some stuff I don't mind losing so much, and obsidian and a flint and steel. We should be good to go. Let's just get the blocks on the bar, and then get one of those ready, I guess. Yeah, so we have got a journey of, I've already measured it out. It's almost 1,200 blocks as the crow flies, but we're going to be jumping around mountains, so that should prove interesting to say the least. this rather large mountains with the amplified terrain here. So I've got my feather falling 4 boots, so that'll help out, but we've got somewhere on the order of 1,000 that way and 200 that way. So yeah, that should be interesting. So what I'm going to do, we've got a definite goal that we are headed towards, and what we're going to do is just chat, okay? Oh, this is Dee's area. So since I'm not bringing you along for my rendition of the tour, you get to see a little bit as I rediscover some of it. So this is Dee's. Hopefully I'm not spoiling anything, but let's pop on around here. Oh, hi, the bridge. Yeah, so I figured I could do a little bit of chatty stuff while I'm progressing towards our ultimate goal, and we can use this as a kind of get to know soap a little bit for those of you that aren't familiar with me. So I recently joined the TooCrafty server, so some of you may be new to my channel, but you are longtime members or viewers of the TooCrafty server. So this is just a hi, how are ya? So I wanted to just talk a little bit, answer some questions preemptively, since I haven't actually been asked any questions, but just want to tell you a little bit about myself, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so first things first, let's see, maybe, yeah, there we go. I am probably, I'm not sure on the ages of most of my fellow members here, but I am 31. I have 2 children, both under the age of 5, and that plays into some of why I'm doing what I'm doing here on with YouTube in general. How are these boats gonna do? You do alright? Does it break? Nope. You can't get out of it. Huh. Yeah, it broke. Let's see. I studied computer science in college. So I have been through college, been through high school and college. So I studied computer science, and with computer science, there's a couple of ways you can go. You can either go the route of becoming a professor, and that requires more school, or you can become a programmer. And I briefly contemplated becoming a professor, and then I looked at the schooling that would have been required for that, and I'm one of those guys. Now, I did very well in school, okay? Don't get me wrong, I did very well. But it's not to say that I actually enjoyed myself. I looked forward to the day when I would be done with school, and once I started looking at what was required for becoming a professor, like the advanced degrees and all that, I said no thank you, and I went the route of going into programming. Okay, now one of the neat things of programming is that you can move amongst a lot of different industries if you choose your employment correctly. Let's just do, no, I do not want to do that. Let's see, we're going, I've already made pretty good time. Huh. Well, we're gonna have to speed this up a little bit. You can choose your industry fairly well, and so my first stint outside of college was a time at a medical university, and with that industry you get kind of a mix of both medicine and education, which it's interesting. Certainly there are certain implications there. You know what, I'm going to make a little hidey hole here real quick. Not a hidey hole, just a little homage to Kurt J. Mack and his Farlands or Bust. So yeah, there we go, and we'll pull out a bed. And so that was my first stint outside of college, and then more recently I have gone to a financial industries position. So I've been there for, it's been 6.5 years now that I've been working in that. So you can really move around and see different industries. So that's one of the neat things that I like about programming. And so just keep in mind, I am a computer programmer, okay? So at this current job, we got a new coworker 3 years ago. 3 years ago. It was right around the time my youngest was born that this guy joined, and he was into video games, okay? And he was into one particular game at the time, and he called it Virtual Legos, okay? You might know which game I'm talking about. And he showed me some of the stuff he was doing in that game, and I gotta say, I didn't quite get it, okay? That was in version like 1.3, 1.4, something like that. And yeah, I didn't get it. And he showed me some of the stuff he was working on, and he had some cool builds, and he showed me some other builds that people had done, like on YouTube and on Reddit and stuff. And I thought it was neat, certainly, but I just didn't get it. And that game is called Minecraft, okay? And as you can see, I'm playing it, so something must have changed, right? Yeah, you know what changed? The redstone update. You know what? We are too far south, not far enough to the west or east. We want to head. Oh, we're heading south. That's right. We're not far enough south. Too far east. So we got to go this way. So I'll just go up on around this thing. Now, you may be wondering, what in the world are you going towards? Why are you going towards a specific coordinate? Well, that is because I have used amidst to find a candidate spot for my base. And it's not too far. It's about 1,000 blocks from most everybody, but you'll see what I am looking for once we get there, okay? Don't you worry. Go over this way. Alright, so the redstone update occurred, okay, and he showed me some of the stuff that people were doing, and then I understood, okay? I got it. And I started playing Minecraft soon thereafter. So it was the redstone update that got me going, and that gives you an idea of what version I started playing in, okay? Yep, I started playing in 1.5, so I'm a relative newcomer to this whole thing. And we're getting close to our objective here. So I'm a relative newcomer to Minecraft. And, you know, I started playing in June of last year. And, well, I've been having a lot of fun. And what we did is we got a group of us together, and we got a server. And, you know, I started playing around, started following people's tutorials, and I found a spider spawner, and I did a spider farm. And a lot of the guys kept asking me, well, how did you build it? What did you do? And I answered that question like 3 or 4 times. And I don't like repeating myself, and so what I decided is that future episodes, or future builds that I did, would involve. Oh, somebody's already been here. So I might have to check in Skype whether this is claimed or not. But this is what I want right here. And you might be guessing what it is we're after. Yeah, I'll have to check in Skype, but I'll make the coordinates known here. We'll take a screenshot. What did I do? No, that was F1. That's what I want. Alright, so we'll get a little hidey hole, or started, not hidey hole, just a little base up top here, away from where anything might be spawning. And yeah, so the next thing I did was this door, or the next big thing I did was a door, and you might have seen that because I filmed that on my channel, and it was rather rudimentary, very very basic, and well, not very basic, just highly convoluted for what I was trying to do. I could have done a lot better on the compacting, but I recorded it, and that was really what got my channel started. Now, I had some other stuff, like some intro to the channel and all that, but it was pretty much that door that got me started doing videos, and I've been doing that ever since. So coming up with project ideas, you know, copying other people's stuff and changing things up a little bit here and there. But yeah, that's what got me started, and yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I got to know the community some, and eventually ended up on my multiplayer series, going for quite some time. We had 50 episodes, and we went through a fair amount of time there, and we did our Ender Dragon fight, and it became pretty clear that interest was waning in that series. Not from myself, but from most everybody else, and so I kept it going for a while, and then another guy joined, Caleb. He did some of the really epic builds on the server. I don't know what I'm doing here is looking for multiples of 8. We're looking in the chunk. What's this one? Right here. That's the one I want. Okay, and so that's where we're going to set our nether portal up. Oh man, I didn't bring a diamond pick. That's a bummer. But I've got enough extra. I'll bring a diamond pick back, and shouldn't be an issue. And let's see. Take a screenshot. These are our coordinates. Okay. Pull that. So interest was waning, and then even Caleb's interest started waning. He moved on to other games, and well, it just it became more of a single player on a multiplayer server, and I really wanted to try something new, and closed up that series, and now I am here on the TooCrafty server. Now it's didn't ask for it. It was just an opportunity brought to my attention, and in fact I had just rendered the last episode of my multiplayer, and then that weekend CONfoundit found me on Skype, actually re-informed me that I had a Skype, and then CONfoundit asked me, and so here I am. So hey, I'm the newest member for now of the TooCrafty server. It is a private whitelisted server, so for those of you that might ask me, I am not in charge of membership, so don't ask me. That is up to the owners. That would be CONfoundit and ErijahLost, and don't go asking them. So just you know, put out some good content on YouTube, and you'll get noticed. Don't worry. So for now, my plans on the TooCrafty server, after I check to see if this is available, I am going to set up shop here, and you see that that's a witch hut. You might be able to guess what I want to do there. We don't have a witch farm on the server, so I want to build one, but we've got some other stuff coming up, so it's going to be a little bit before I even get started on that. And if this place is occupied, then I will have to move out and find some other candidates. But hey, I've got the Nether portal, and so we can do some easy travel. But I'm going to take a little sleep here. And, let's see, anything else? One of my goals for the channel is to provide family-friendly content, and pretty much my reigning philosophy is that if I don't feel comfortable showing it to my family, then I am not going to put it on my channel. So I tend to keep my language G-rated. I don't tend to use that language in real life, and I certainly don't use it in video games, and I try to keep the topics G-rated as well. So I mean, there's a lot of jokes that you can do that kids won't necessarily get, but I try to keep those to a minimum, and yeah, I try to keep it clean, family friendly, and yeah. So anyway, I look forward to some builds, some building projects, not just redstone projects. I do enjoy redstone, but I do like making nice looking buildings as well, and look forward to family friendly content and some collabs too, since this is a very active YouTubing Minecraft server. We've already had some collabs, and those will be coming out on the channel here soon. So just stay tuned, and if you've got any suggestions for things you want to see, builds you want me to try, or collabs you'd like me to work on, do let me know either in the comments below or on Twitter at MCSoapTheGreat. But that is going to be it for now, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.